Richard Morecroft, and this is Letters and Numbers, the puzzle program that shows just how short 30 seconds can be, or how long, depending, of course, on whether you have the answer. And two people with time on their side, our resident experts, the chronologarithmic Lily Serna.
Hi, Richard. Richard, would I be right in assuming that you're an excellent time manager?
I always find that when I try to organise things in a particular period of time, I always think I can organise much more in that time than is actually available. So I'm constantly running out of time and running late. But what about you? You're not even wearing a watch.
Oh, who needs a watch? I've got a phone, you know, my car, the sun. No, seriously, I actually can approximately tell time from the sun.
It's perfect for appointments.
Yeah. Well, no, I'll share with you the trick a little later if you want.
Okay, I will check that one. David, are you good with time?
I wish I was a little better. In fact, I'm very poor with property, I can tell you that. Because tonight, in fact, I couldn't find the Macquarie Dictionary, so I just picked up a dictionary I could find lying around the house. It is a 1932 edition.
Give us a look at this. This is a spectacular book. 1932 edition of the
Macquarie. In it. So, look, it should be a great game tonight. Just don't use any words that have been coined since 1932, such as television, video, romance, megastar. Anyway, I look forward to the game.
This is going to be a challenge, I can tell.
It will be.
So let's meet tonight's contestants. And firstly, back for his third night is our carryover champion, student and musician, Jeremy Schiftan. Hello, Jeremy, again.
Hi, Richard.
Now, as well as your musical talents, you are, as I mentioned, a student, but you're studying in the field of linguistics. Do you have more than one language up your sleeve?
French is my second language, as well as English. I actually come from a kind of half-French household through my mother, who's from Paris. I'm actually hoping to finish the degree this year with a major in linguistics and then actually go on and study music and follow that.
Excellent. Good luck. And Jeremy's challenger is Ken Rice, a retiree who once served on the Royal Yacht Britannia. Ken, hello.
Hello, Richard.
Well, that sounds like an intriguing past life. Did that mean that you did have close encounters with royalty?
Oh, not really. I was 11 years in the Navy, Royal Navy, and 2 years on the Royal Yacht Britannia. I did a round-the-world trip.
But when you were on Britannia, were the royal family sometimes on board?
Well,
the Queen was there and others?
The Queen, we did, on this round-the-world trip, the Queen was visited all the West Indies Islands, which were still colonies, I think, at the time, as I recall. This was in the 60s, by the way. And then we came to New Zealand and Fiji with the Queen Mother.
Well, we hope a regal performance tonight. Good luck. Nice to have you here. We wish both of them well, our contestants tonight, Jeremy Schiftan and Ken Rice. As always, the letters game begins the show. Players have just 30 seconds to make a word using more letters than their opponent. And Jeremy, get the ball rolling for us, would you?
Could I start with a consonant, please?
Certainly. Let's start with B.
And a vowel?
O.
And a consonant?
D.
And a vowel?
U.
And another vowel?
A.
And a consonant?
L.
And another consonant?
R.
A vowel?
E.
And a consonant to finish, thank you.
And lastly, S.
Thank you, Lily. Here's that first clock. How was that first mix for you, Jeremy?
Quite good, I've got an 8.
Ken?
I also got an 8.
Excellent. Well, let's go with yours first, please.
Boulders.
Boulders. And Jeremy?
The same word.
Same word. Would you verify? Terrific start, David.
Rock on.
Were you just sort of sitting there thinking, I've got to say this, I've just got to say this?
It was a bit laboured, I do admit. Laboured, by the way, was the 8 that I found. And if only that last consonant, if it was a V, boulevard was just waiting to happen. But Boulder's an excellent start. Well played.
Good stuff. A great start for Jeremy and Ken. 8 points each. Now, Ken, your first selection on the show.
I'd like a vowel to start, please.
Certainly. Let's start with I.
And another vowel.
A.
And a third vowel.
O.
Go for consonant now.
G.
And another consonant.
C.
And another consonant.
N.
And a vowel, please.
A.
Consonant.
F.
And another consonant.
And lastly, K.
And here's 30 seconds. Well, how did you enjoy your first choice?
Not too well.
Not too well. How many did you get?
Only got 4.
And how many for you, Jeremy?
I have a 6, Richard.
Let's start with the 4 then.
Fang, F-A-N-G.
And Jeremy?
I have facing.
That sounds fine, David.
It certainly does. And I had faking, not too different. A good 6. Well played, Jeremy. And I was faking earlier. I do actually have the Macquarie, so we're playing in the 21st century. A good 6.
Great stuff. So 6 points for Jeremy. Time for our first numbers. Jeremy, it's your choice, and you've only picked 2 bigs and 4 smalls so far. Come on, lash out.
No, not this time. It's going to be 2 bigs and 4 smalls, thanks.
Thanks, Jeremy. 2 big and 4 small. And our numbers: 10, 7, 1, 1. And the 2 large, 75 and 25. The target number is 760.
Thanks, Lily. 30 seconds to get there. Well, you stuck to your guns, Jeremy, and you produced a very forgiving mix. Were you on 760?
Yes, I have 760.
Ken?
I'm sorry.
No luck?
I didn't get there, no.
No luck? Okay, Jeremy, tell us how you did it.
Sure, I did 75 plus 1 is 76.
75 plus 1 is 76.
Times 10 is 760.
Either 10 is 760. I can see Ken just...
Ken, you've just realised, haven't you? That was
I just got lost.
It was pretty straightforward. Looked very easily done under the pressure of time. But that was a good method, Lily. Did you have any variations?
No, that was... Whenever I see a number that ends in 0, I always go for that method first, multiplying it by 10. And sometimes if you go down the wrong path, it just leads you astray.
Yeah, well, it was a good path there for Jeremy, and it scored him 10 very good points. So Ken's on 8. Jeremy is on 24. We're heading for our first break. And a word mix for you, of course. Pair, blob. And the clue, likely, but leave some room for doubt. We'll be back after this.